Hey everybody, welcome back around to the blog and grill. I am your host Doug here, your sports video blog for November 21st, 2013. We got a lot of stuff to get to today. I got your Heisman watch, I got your Week 11 NFL awards, but Major League Baseball has taken the forefront today as we begin the blog and grill with some talk about Alex Rodriguez following his storm out yesterday in New York City when he stormed out of his meeting with Major League Baseball, slamming his hand on the table, and really this is just not looking good for Alex Rodriguez at this point. Everybody knows he's done what he's done. I'd be surprised if he plays for the Yankees again. I'd almost say I'd be surprised if he ever plays in Major League Baseball again. I think he's tarnished his reputation. He's made a lot of bad decisions. He's not doing it for the right reasons anymore. He's not trying to get back in the game for the right reasons. He's trying to get back in just to stick it to people. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I think it's a sad day for Alex Rodriguez. I think he's in a bad place with some worse people.
Style and adventure. An unlikely pair.
Sorry about that. And I don't think he's going to get back into Major League Baseball either. So that's my take on Alex Rodriguez. We'll see how this case develops. I think a hearing, I think the hearing's going to be over. Closing arguments will be made, and really they're going to move on with this and make a decision. And that decision's going to be big, especially for the Yankees, to see if they're going to have Alex Rodriguez, if they're not going to have him, and if how much they're going to have to pay him, if any, this year, and what kind of moves they need to make to get their team ready for next year. Two teams that made a couple moves yesterday to get their teams ready were the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers with a huge trade. And I just got to say, I love these kind of trades. Nobody really knew it was coming, and it was a good trade. You don't want to hear about trade talk. You just want to hear about trades and big trades, and this was a big one. Prince Fielder will be headed to Texas along with $30 million for Ian Kinsler, and this is quite the trade. I think it's going to be big. Now I think it's a win for Detroit for sure. They get Fielder off the books as he's dropping, I think, drastically over the past couple seasons with his numbers. He was not a good postseason hitter. I think it's a good move as well because they can get Kinsler in. He can play second base, really tighten up that defense. They got a good third base prospect that's coming up as well. And I think it's going to be a good move all the way around. Miguel Cabrera can now go back and play first base where he likes to play. And it's going to be exciting. I think the good thing for Texas is now they can just put Jurickson Profar at second base. Fielder could have a little rebirth in that stadium where a good hitter can hit the ball very well in that ballpark. So that could be good for Fielder. I think he's going to have to take more time off. They're going to have to DH him more. He's just worn down his body too much. And it's scary that they're making this deal. I think they wouldn't have, but they got that $30 million. And we'll see what happens. I think Fielder could find rebirth in Texas, and he might. So, good trade, though, definitely for Detroit. Alright, that's all I got Major League Baseball. Now we're going to hit up our NFL Week 11 awards. First, my Fantasy Player of the Week, the two-time winner, Calvin Johnson, with 35 fantasy points. Offensive Player of the Week is going to go to Vincent Jackson, 10 catches, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown, in a very poor offensive week for sure. And my Defensive Player of the Week is going to be Vontaze Burfict, now a two-time winner of this award, 15 tackles, a fumble recovery, and 1 touchdown. So we'll do some more NFL stuff tomorrow as we'll do our football pick'em. I'll have more about that coming up right now. But now it is time for the Heisman watch. And I know everybody wants me to talk about Jameis Winston. I will talk about it briefly at the beginning. But right now, Jameis Winston has made enough bad mistakes. He's now played himself out of a spot in the Heisman race. I don't even have him in my top 3 anymore. I think Jameis Winston is out. The Heisman is more about on the field. I mean, it's more about off the field than it is on the field. Winston played himself right out of it. I think I just want to once again say that if you wanted me to talk about Jameis Winston on Monday, I didn't. I couldn't. I didn't know enough about it, but now I do. My rule, I give it the 48-72 rule, and that's I wait 48 hours or 72 hours after the initial story breaks to really comment on it. Now I feel like I could comment on it. If I commented on it Monday, I probably would have said I didn't believe many of the rumors because really none of the descriptions really fit them, but now we're running into a case of a star football player being protected by what looks like a corrupt Tallahassee police department and a victim of the worst crime one of the worst crimes in our day and age, that was encouraged not to say anything because he's a star football player. I think Jameis Winston is going to get in trouble. He's going to be suspended. His NFL stock just dropped, and his Heisman race just ended. That's all I'm going to say about today. I'll have more comments on it as we know more facts about it. So my Heisman race right now, Johnny Manziel has taken my number 1 spot. My number 2 guy has to be Bryce Petty out of Baylor, and number 3 is going to be A.J. McCarron. But really, I think it's Johnny Manziel's race to lose. People are saying after last year he's not going to win it. I can kind of see what they're saying, but he didn't ever do anything illegal. He never did anything illegal. He went and partied with superstars, went to the NBA Finals, got kicked out of a Manning camp for who knows what, but it was never illegal, and I think that's big, and I think it's Johnny Manziel's race to lose at this point. Alright, so that's all I got for today. I'll be back tomorrow with football pick. I'm going to also do my New York sports update for you, and we're going to talk the state of Jack Taylor's NBA career. We're going to talk Jack Taylor going to the NBA, the star out of Grinnell, the Division III college, averaging 90 points per game. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter, YankeeBaller415. Comment, question, subscribe to my page. Ask me a question. Leave it on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, and I will discuss it right here live on the Blog and Grill. Thanks for tuning in. We're approaching our 2,000th view. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow, so have a good Thursday.